Good morning class, welcome to Saint Peter School. This is a science class and in previous class we were at the chapter number 2 and we already have completed the types of animals which is present on land. We also have covered the topic what are the types of land which is present in different types of region, and we also discussed about those animals which lives in water, which is only found in water. Okay, and also some animals are there which is also found in both which who can survive both on land and as well as water. Now today we are going to discuss the two topics, that is adaptation for food and adaptation for breathing. What happened, all the animals are having a specific adaptation for the survival, and the main survival for all the living organism is the food, and living organism are able to breathe. So these are the two main characteristics which these are the two main factors which helps them to survive, and adaptation for food and adaptation for breathing. In adaptation for food, we'll discuss about what is herbivorous, what is carnivorous, and what is omnivorous. And adaptation for breathing, we will study about how what are the organs which is present on the different types of animals helps in breathing. So first, all the students will take out, request you to take out your books, take out page number 179. Okay, so start reading the first, you will see the second paragraph, adaptation for food. Eating habits. Different animals have different eating habits, and on the basis of that only the animals are divided into three parts, that is herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. This is the three types of animals on the basis of their food habit. Animals that eat only plants or the plant products are known as, such as grass, fruits, roots, grams, and nuts, are called the herbivorous. So what is herbivorous? Herbivorous are those animals which only used to eat plants or the plant parts is known as herbivorous. What is carnivorous? Carnivorous are those animals which only eat flesh or meat is known as carnivorous. And what is omnivorous? Omnivorous are those animals who eat both plant as well as the animal. Okay, so those type of animal is known as the omnivorous. For example, examples of herbivorous animals are cow, rabbit, giraffe, and lots of goat. These all are the animals which is example of herbivorous. What are the examples for herbivorous? Sheep, goat, giraffe. So these are the few examples of herbivorous which only eat plant. Now what is carnivorous? Carnivorous are those animals who eat only meat and flesh. What are the examples? Lion, tiger, and snake. Lion, tiger, and snake. Okay. Lion, tiger, and snake. Lion, tiger, snake. So these are the few examples of carnivorous which used to eat only smaller animals or either meat or the flesh. Okay. Now what are the example of omnivorous animal? Omnivorous animals are those animals which can rely on both plants or parts or the animals. Example: bear, jackal, cat, dog, and very common example, human being. Lots of human beings are omnivorous. Omnivorous in nature. They used to eat both plants parts like food, like rice, grain, dal. These are the plant products and animals. So recap, what is herbivorous? Herbivorous animals are those animals which used to eat only plants or the plant parts or the plant products. Carnivorous animals are those animals which eat only animals or the small animals, meat, flesh, etc. Okay, omnivorous animals are those animals which can eat both plants as well as the plant products as the plant parts, and also the animals, other animals. So these are known as the omnivorous animal. Okay, a few examples for every thing I have given. Herbivorous: sheep, goat, giraffe, etc. are the few example of herbivores, while for carnivores, lion, tiger, snake, etc. And for omnivorous, cat, dog and human beings are very common example, which is omnivorous in nature. Now turn the page. Adaptation for breathing. Now we'll come to the second point, adaptation for breathing. So breathing organs in animals are: all living things take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. What is breathing? What is breathing? Breathing is a process of intake O2 and take out CO2. Or plants intake CO2 and O2. Okay. Animals. This is for plants. Okay, so all the living beings perform this process. Okay, so all the living things take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. In the body, oxygen burns the food and releases energy to do different activities. This process is called respiration. So respiration is a very important part for performing all the metabolic activity. Like if anyone is feeling suffocating, is not able to do breathing properly, we cannot perform any other metabolism of the body. Okay. In animals such as protozoans, jellyfish, etc., the exchange of gases takes place directly between the body and the water. So, what happens in a jellyfish or the protozoans? They don't have breathing organs, either of the either like what you can say, gills or the lungs. What they are having, they have pores on their body. And through that pores they used to interchange the gases from the water, and that is the process of breathing only. Okay. In insects, this change of gases takes place through the tiny pores called spiracles. What is this called? This is called spiracles. You can see the image has been given here of the picture. I think this is a picture of jellyfish only. Gills, no, this is a picture of fish. Okay, gills seen through the skin. Gills are present in the fish. Aquatic animals such as fish, crab, prawn, etc. have gills for the respiration. When water flows through blood in the gills, absorb oxygen from the water. So what is the breathing organ in the fish? Is the gills. In a fish, there is no heart or the lung is present. They have gills as a breathing agent. That gills helps those aquatic animals like fish to interchange the gases from water. They intake O2 from the water and gives out carbon dioxide in the water only, and the process occurs by the help of gills and the pores present on their body. Blood in the gills absorb the oxygen from the water. Earthworms breathe through their moist skin. Frogs breathe through their skin in water. This process of breathing through the moist skin is called cutaneous respiration. Okay, very important. Like we discussed about the few animals which can survive also both on land and as well as inside the water also. But those animals which exist on the land can easily inhale, perform respiration through the lungs present in their inside them. But what happened when those animals found inside the water, they used to do the respiration process through their body only, and they have a very moist skin, and through skin only they used to perform respiration, and that type of respiration is known as cutaneous respiration. Animals in mountain region have a larger lungs. The animals which is present in the mountain area or the snowy area, they are having a larger lungs, and they have a large lungs than us also. Land animals have a lungs as respiratory organs. Frogs, while on the land, use the lungs for respiration. Reptiles, birds and all the mammals have lungs. All other mammals are having lungs for their respiration, for performing the respiration. And respiration is what? Respiration is a process by which we used to exchange the gases between O2 and CO2. Animals used to intake oxygen and release carbon dioxide, while carbon dioxide used to absorb plants used to absorb carbon dioxide and release O2 in the atmosphere. So we have completed the both topics. You can see in the purple color box one line is written here. Lungfish have gills and lung sacs, so they can survive even if the water they live in dries up. if the water they live in a dries up. Okay, lungfish have also a gills as well as a lung sacs, so they can also survive outside of the water due to the presence of lung sacs in their body. Through the help of those lung sacs, they used to do the gases exchange in the atmosphere, while in the water by the help of gills they used to do the respiration process. So in next class, we will discuss with the more points like adaptation for protection and camouflage. And so till the time, what you're going to do, just keep revising all the points which already have been studied. And so till the time, take care and bye bye.